everyone. Welcome back to AEC Today Reports. Happy Thursday. We're so happy that you joined us. We hope you've had a great week so far. We're excited about tonight's program. I guess we can call it a ladies' night. Everyone we're talking to is a female, and we're excited to share some interesting things with you about community service, about upcoming women's ministry conference going on this weekend, as well as how we can stay fit for fall. So check out all of that coming up in this episode. We'll be right back after this break.
The Bible tells us in 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14, "If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and will heal their land." If there were ever a time that we needed to come together in prayer, it is now. Therefore, our president, Elder Henry Fordham, is calling on you to join us as we band together in prayer. Pray corporately with us every day at 12 p.m., and in addition, 3 times a day. We believe that God will honor the faithfulness of His people as we band together in prayer. Please pray with us and watch God move.
All right, everyone, welcome back to AEC Today Reports. We're so happy that you tuned in this evening. And as always, we're really excited to talk to more of our members about what they're doing during this COVID time, especially those who are giving back to the community. And I have a special guest that I want to introduce to you at this time. Her name is Pamella Roberts Rubin. How are you doing, Pamela?
I am doing fine. How are you?
Pretty good. I have to say, the Lord is blessing.
Definitely.
So for those who don't know anything about you or what church you attend, even though we have a little hint there behind you, tell us a little bit about where you're from in Allegheny East and what you do.
Okay, well, my name is Pamella Roberts Rubin, and I am the administrative assistant for the Metropolitan Seventh-day Adventist Church here in Hyattsville, Maryland. I worked diligently with Pastor Trevor Kinlock and also Pastor Novella D. Smith. So my actual workload is in the office as opposed to being outside. But with the pandemic, I ended up being outside as well as in the office.
Oh, cool. Wait, your name is
Pamella.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am just saying Pamela. Pamella.
Pamella. Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm big on names, so
that's all right. That's okay.
All right. So you even mentioned that typically you're on the administrative side of the community service efforts of the church, but COVID is kind of, not forced, but put you on the front lines now. So what are some of the things that you've been doing during COVID to kind of help the community?
Well, we started off, we have a food pantry here, and normally we serve every other 2 weeks.
Okay.
But then with the pandemic, we now serve every week. And so we have about roughly almost 1,000 families that come through on a weekly basis.
1,000?
1,000 plus, yes. Sometimes we start at 9:30 and we don't finish until 1, and it's a constant flow of cars just coming through. It is totally drive-through, but we do have a few folks that in our community that have to walk. So we do have some walk-ins, but the majority of our participants they do drive in, and they drive in, pop their trunks, we put the food in, and they drive back out. We try very hard to keep the social distancing in effect here at the Metro Food Pantry Department.
Wow. So what has been the reactions from, I'm sure you have regulars at this point, those who come, every week or every other week. How has the community responded to this?
Well, I've met a couple folks, and they've basically told us that they are so blessed that we have the food pantry because they have not been able to go to the grocery store. They are of age. They're in that category that is high risk. So for them, being able to drive up, have someone put groceries in their car, and they go back home it's a lot more secure and safe for them. So our community is very, very blessed. And every week when we don't know how we're going to do it the following week, we get a little nervous because the need is there. We have our community folks, Hispanic and Americans, but mostly a Hispanic community that are there, the day laborers. They work, in that low income job. So this, on a whole, is a blessing for them and a great help. So they're very happy, very appreciative, very. I think if we have to stop today or tomorrow, they will be very, very sad.
Wow. And now we hope you won't, because you guys have been doing a great job. I didn't realize it was that many people that you're serving on a regular basis.
Oh,
And it seems
yes.
like some people have been noticing the work, not just that the church is doing, but you specifically. I hear that you were recently awarded something pretty special. Can you share with us what that was?
Oh, yes, definitely. I was honored to receive the award from the Prince George's County Councilwoman Danny Taveras. On March 26th, I think it was about our last week before the pandemic. They did the shutdown. That first week when they were about to do the shutdown, we had that Wednesday. And we weren't sure exactly how we were going to do it. As far as we were concerned, we were done. We're going to be in lockdown just like everyone else. And then I received a call. I received a call asking us if we will partner with the councilwoman office to distribute 600 fresh fruits and vegetable boxes.
Wow.
And that has been from March until the end of August. Now, we thought that it was finished in August, but as I've explained to Pastor Kinlock, this is not our work. This is God's work.
That's
And when we
right.
thought we were done, they just called us back and we have 3 more weeks of fresh produce and vegetable boxes to give out. So every time we think the bucket is empty, God just keeps on
He fills
filling.
it right on up.
So
Wow.
it gives me chills because you never thought that you would be a part of a ministry like this and that God would use you and others to be able to bless folks. So I am honored and humbled to have received this award. I thought it was going to come out through the church as a church award, but the Outstanding COVID-19 Response Collaborator Award was honored. It was given to me on the 26th of August. And I am very, very humbled because this is not, as I said, I am in the office.
Right.
So I was just going out to help our leader, Idolette John and Raymond Dixon, because they are the leaders of our community department. So I was just going out there to help because we were getting a lot more people. But then all the calls keep coming through. And then I ended up being the one to sort of start looking out for the different foods where we can get free foods, where we can get, hook up with different folks to get free stuff where the church didn't have to pay for it.
Okay.
So that's how I got involved. And I normally take care of their paperwork for our community service department. So it started challenging, a little challenging for us, but we're able to do it. And I'm blessed. I'm honored and humbled.
You sound pretty resourceful. I mean, that's, that takes a lot of research to kind of look up all of those things and then coordinate the efforts so everything arrives when it's supposed to arrive.
Yes.
Know what's coming. So it's often the people behind the scenes that are making those things happen. So I'm very happy that you were celebrated. Someone recognized that, Pamella is the one kind of pulling everything together. I mean, not to take anything away from any leader, but the coordination efforts that you were able to do. I mean, that's awesome. And look how many people you guys are servicing. I think that's amazing.
Yes, it is. It has been. And I tell you, the Lord has just been opening windows and doors. And sometimes I get a little nervous because I'm out there marking the cars. And I don't see the end of the line, and like, okay, Father, are we going to have enough? And then he brings back the stories of the fish and the loaves of bread and the multitude, how God fed them. And, I have to say, Pam, come on, you have to put a little bit of faith in there. And he always does. We have never really turned away anyone since this program has started. Maybe once or twice we have, but really the majority of the time, 95% of the times, we have been able to serve each car, each individual that pulls up. And that's a
Amen.
blessing.
It
And that's
is.
a blessing.
I always say when we're willing to serve, God always seems to provide. We just have to do our part. You're out there, you're doing what you're supposed to do, and then he does the rest. And this
Right.
is amazing. This is amazing. So what would you say to someone else, some of our other churches who may be interested in doing a pantry or serving the community in this way? I know so many of our churches are doing it, but there are others who haven't quite started. What tips would you give those individuals or churches?
Be ready to work. Be ready to work. Be ready to work. Be ready to be tired. Be ready to maybe get a little frustrated at times when things don't seem like they're falling into place. But above all, be ready to be rewarded. It is such a blessing to be able to feed God's people. And there's always a barrier between, but especially with the language, but the rewards, to see the faces of the folks when you serve them. You have to have time. It does take some time. You have to be able to be dedicated in what you're doing. There is not a paycheck at the end of this road. There's not a paycheck at the end of the week or 2 weeks. So this is you giving all of your time to be able to serve a community in your area that really needs what we are fortunate to have. Some folks will come out and they'll help and they says, I don't want anything. My husband is working. I'm working. Things are tight, but we're working. And they realize the others who are not working. And it's a reward to see how people feel when they receive these things, things that are tangible. We provide fresh produce and dry goods. So sometimes folks come in, they may get a bottle of milk. Be ready to do the hard work. If you're ready to do the hard work, you can run a food pantry. But it's hard work. It's hard work.
Listen, don't sugarcoat it. You're right. Let them know this is not going to be
hard work. It's not going to be easy.
Put the can here, fruit here. No. It takes a lot.
No, and sometimes we have to go and pick up items, and sometimes you want to turn it down and say, no, we can't be bothered. But when you realize that if you get that a little extra, you're able to give a little bit more. And for that part is rewarding. So this whole task is all about the reward. If you're looking for a tangible reward, this is not for you. But if you're looking for the reward of gratification, this is your job. This is what you will do.
Okay, this is awesome. Thank you for those tips. And once again, congratulations on your award. Definitely earned. I mean, you're putting in the real work, and we appreciate you for representing not just your church, but even our conference in this way. So thank you, Pam, for talking with us and even sharing some tips for those who might be interested in running a food pantry. Thanks so much for all you do.
Thank you so much for having me. And, if anyone wants to come by and take a look, want to come in on a Wednesday, feel free. Give us a call on Tuesday so we know exactly how many hands we're going to have, because we still have to practice the social distancing. But we would love to have anyone who wants to figure out how to do it. Feel free to give us a call. Come by, take a look.
Great.
And, we'll be happy to share what we have. We don't have it all, but we think we've been doing it long enough to be able to share some tips. So we'll be happy to do so. But thank you so much for the interview.
No problem. And thank you for putting that out there. Okay, guys, here's an invitation for you to come and see a food pantry that's been operating and knows the ins and outs. You can come volunteer for a day and see for yourself. So thank you for offering that. Appreciate that. All right, thanks again. And everyone, we'll be right back after this short break.
Nobody likes an awkward silence, but you can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
All right, everybody, we are back with AEC Today Reports, and we're excited. As I mentioned in the opening, we're calling this Ladies Night because we're talking to all ladies this evening, and we're really excited about our next guest because there's a very special and important program coming up this weekend that we want all of our ladies to know about. So I'm going to invite our special guest to join me at this time. It's Sekema Rhodes. How are you?
I'm good, Latasha. How are you?
Excellent. Can't complain. Now, I know who you are, and I know why you're on here. But can you tell our audience who you are and what group you represent?
All right, I'd be happy to. Hi, everyone. I am Sekema Rhodes, and I am the leader of the Washington Metro Area Women's Ministries. We are headquartered, located, and assembled in the DC metro area. And a part of our mission is to make sure that we are empowering the sisterhood, connecting to each other, and ensuring and supporting that connection to God.
Amen. And what's the name of it? You guys have a pretty cool name for your group.
Yes, we are the chosen vessels because we believe that we have been hand molded and hand picked and chosen by God for a specific purpose.
That's right. And I was first introduced to the Chosen Vessels shortly after I became the communication director through your Men of Honor program. Because I believe you all are the only area that does something like that, where you're honoring the men with this very nice. I mean, it's not just a little frou-frou, thanks for all you do. This is a very nice ceremony, well dressed, well put together. So tell us a little bit about Chosen Vessels and what the women are like in your area and what keeps you guys together. You guys are always doing such great things.
Oh, thank you. Praise God. Well, the chosen vessels are very passionate about God, passionate about sisterhood, and that connection takes the form of ministry. We really do our best to meet monthly, or at least have an activity that keeps us in sync with each other. We are a vivacious bunch of women on fire for God. And maybe it's the DC metro area where we're used to doing things, whether it's work related or personal related. So why not? Why not take the message into all of the DC metro area and beyond? And I think that's really what keeps us together. We really are not fascinated with, but committed to sisterhood. We believe in the strength of women and what we can do when we come together to do the great things that God has commissioned us to do.
Amen. And I know that you don't have on that red shirt by coincidence, because if I know anything about the Chosen Vessels, whenever I see them as a group, I will see red.
Absolutely. Our main color is red, but sometimes we accent it with a little white. And you will be seeing more of that this weekend.
All right. And nice segue, because there's something very special coming up this weekend that the Chosen Vessels are putting on. And typically this would just be for the area. Of course, you invite other people to join you, but because we're on this virtual platform, now women from all over can participate in this virtual experience. And so I'm going to give you the opportunity to tell us what we can expect while I kind of show them what you're talking about.
Oh, absolutely. So we're excited because we are having our virtual experience. It's a virtual retreat that was originally supposed to be all of us in person in Colombia having a fabulous time. But we figured that even though this pandemic has come and caused us to pivot, word of the year is pivot. Even though we have pivoted or converted to a virtual experience, we want to make sure that we still bring our very best, and all of the effort that we have or would have put into an in-person experience, we're putting it into this virtual retreat, a refreshment of sorts, just a little thing to energize us in this season and to keep us going for the seasons to come. So anyone who registers will be happy to know that registration is free. via our website, which is chosenvessels.com, chosen-vessels.com. And all of our registrants, all of our women, our sisters in this area across the country, across the globe, if they so desire, will be able to benefit from the messages across 3 sessions, 4 speakers. Our dynamic praise leader, Sharice Tomlin, is really just going to provide us music for the moments. And then we're going to end it with a little praise party just for all the information that we're going to get throughout that day, something to take us into our evening and the rest of this year. Once you have Wi-Fi and a device that can access Wi-Fi, you're good to go. We really wanted to provide something to women, especially because we do a really good job at pouring into everyone else, and we don't do things half-heartedly. We pour into our careers, and we pour into friendships, and we pour into just everything. But sometimes it's good to just stop and get poured back into. So this is what this is all about, and we are very excited. My executive committee and I, and my ladies in leadership, aka women's ministries leaders in the DC metro area, have come together to just give our very best for the master and for our sisters.
Amen. This sounds like a pretty nice lineup there. Now, it's just on the 12th. You said there's several sessions. So once people register, and I left the website there for people to see, they'll get a copy of the schedule.
Yes.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Absolutely. It is, we're running from 10 to 5, but it won't be all day back-to-back sessions because we're used to that at workshops. And we're so exhausted. We have built in intentional breaks, intentional moments of meditation so that after the sessions, we have time to reflect and really digest what we heard and make a deeper connection as we all connect to God on this day of prayer, praise, and purpose. And we're just asking him to answer the question, Lord, what is my purpose in this season? What do you want me to do? And we're hoping that this day provides a catalyst for many more moments throughout this year where we will pause and just ask the question and listen for what he has to say.
I think this is so timely for right now. I mean, I have to say that's the question I'm hearing most of my peer group. What's my purpose? People are starting to reevaluate their life choices. They're starting to prioritize things and let some things go. So coming together as women of Christ and finding out what our divine purpose is, is paramount right now in this world with so much uncertainty. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next.
Natasha, my husband picked up my son from school on a Friday in March, and that was it. And so here we are now in September, just about the middle of September, still going through what is considered the new normal. We're all still trying to figure it out. And so I'm happy that in these moments, we can rely on the sure promises of God, because this did not take him by surprise.
Well, not at all.
But the promises of God are sure, and we're going to stand at it and say, Lord, whatever your purpose was for me in January, is it the same now? And if not, I will pivot. If it is, give me the strength to keep going on this journey. We're excited about Saturday's event and what it's going to do. And our prayer is just that it will be a blessing to every attendee who comes.
Absolutely. And just so everybody can be reminded of how they can join in, I'm just going to put this up one more time. This is Women's Day of Prayer, Praise, and Purpose. And you can register right there, www.chosen- not underscore, that's not dot. Please put the dash in there, vessels.com. And as Sekema said, it is free. So there's no reason why any woman who's watching this cannot watch, share it with your friends. I mean,
I tell people, girlfriends, invite a friend or 10. We have powerful speakers who are passionate about God: Leandra Turman, Claudia Allen, Denise Defoe, and Simona Watts. Like, these are women who are personally passionate about empowering other women. So at the end of the day, you're going to leave with more gems than you came into the day with. So I can't see how anybody would lose. And it's free. It's
Yeah.
free. $99. We love that.
Exactly. That's so we removed all excuses. So every lady out there who is watching, we are asking that you not only participate, but you share it with your girlfriends, and you guys can reflect on it after. This is a great time to kind of bring your friends together,
Yes.
and get some prayer and praise and purpose in there on this Saturday. This Saturday. So you don't even have to remember too long, just this Saturday. Tune in. Don't forget to register. Anything else that we need to know, Sekema, about this weekend, this Saturday?
Just register, and you're going to get all the information that you need that way. And then just continue to pray and prepare for the day. Yes, we're home. And for some, they're tired of being home, but we can still find peace in our homes or wherever you're going to retreat from on that day. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Say hi in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. And I'm excited. So just continue to keep us in prayer as we get ready for a day of prayer, praise, and purpose. We're chosen. And that's our theme.
Amen. We love that. And thank you for sharing this with us and opening it up conference-wide. So everyone can see the excellence that comes from the Washington, D.C. metro area. We love it. You're an inspiration. Honestly, you guys are an inspiration to women's ministry all over. I mean, I have to say, if all of our women's ministry groups were as committed to stay. I mean, this is the time where we're losing a lot of our ministries because they're not able to come together. And to see that you guys are still staying steadfast and providing virtual enrichment for women is very encouraging. So thank you, and thank your team. You're much appreciated for that.
Oh, it is our pleasure. We had great leaders before us, so we just want to continue to do what God has called us to do in this new season. Thank you for having me.
Amen. Thank you. All right, everyone, don't forget to register. All right, we'll be right back after this short break.
There was a time in my life where I was extremely homesick. I decided that I needed a pet. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. He jumped up and kissed me and jumped right into my arms. I immediately went up to the volunteers at the shelter and said, I want him. He's got to come home with me. Now I'm anything but lonely. Every day with Turtle is a perfect day and keeps me company when I'm doing schoolwork. I like it when he jumps up on the table too. He is a veggie thief. He's an incredible companion and my best friend. Can't say that I've met anybody that doesn't love him too. When I adopted Turtle, I discovered all the things that make him unique. He's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly he's all pure love.
All right, everyone, we are back and we're really excited about our next segment because, I need to ask you guys a question out there. Have you been moving? Have you been exercising? I know a lot of people are talking about losing that COVID-15. So we're bringing back our fitness expert. We're going to invite her on right now, and that is Faye Gregory. How are you doing, Faye?
I'm doing great, Latasha. Great to be back with everyone.
That's right. I don't know why I just feel like I need to move my arms when I see you. I have to do that to stay.
Okay.
Yeah. As I was sharing with our audience, I was asking the question, are we still moving? Sometimes we need a little bit motivation and reminder to actually take the time to exercise. And so that's why this segment with you is so important. So we're about to go into fall very soon. And give us some tips of what fall fitness looks like or how we can stay fit during these fall months.
Okay. All right. Have you ever seen a time, Latasha, that we need to be fit, more fit than this?
No, I haven't.
After overcoming record-breaking heat this summer, devastating storms, tornadoes, extreme climate changes, and social discord, we need to prepare for the large number of souls seeking refuge from the seemingly unsurvivable storms of life during these times. Jesus said, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Okay, so I'm here, viewers, to help you get fit for the fall harvest surge of souls.
I
And
love
what
that.
we want to do, we want to keep our bodies moving so that we feel good about ourselves inside out. If we're not moving our bodies, we become lethargic, tired, hard to think, we're not sleeping well. When we're moving it, we feel more energized. And during this time, I'm quite sure some of you may be feeling a little depressed. You may be feeling a little lonely and uncertain. By moving and exercising and taking better care of your body, it's going to help you feel better mentally, physically, socially, and spiritually. God designed our bodies to move. We're not supposed to be sitting and sedentary. Sedentary kills, you know? We got to keep the blood circulating, keep everything circulating. Hey.
I love it. I like how you're bringing the correlation into we have to be healthy so that we can have the strength to spread the gospel, which is what we as Christians have been commissioned to do. It's really hard to have the energy to do that or to physically be able to minister when our bodies are not taken care of. So that's an important charge for us to remember.
Exactly. You know, how can we witness to people if we're sick and tired and looking that way? You know, what kind of example are we being as Christians for Jesus?
Exactly. Now, also, this month, September, is Suicide Awareness Month, and we're trying to get more awareness about that, prevention, giving people support. From your point of view, how does exercise play into possible suicide prevention for individuals?
Okay, well, exercise, again, it's going to help you feel better. You're going to, by exercising more and being consistent with your exercising and adding some strength training in there, it's going to help you mentally because you're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to have more energy. You're going to look better. When you look in the mirror, do you like what you see? If you don't like what you see, then you need to make some changes to yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So that's another great tip.
Help with your mental health, with mental health.
Yeah, they all kind of tie in together, you know, the physical activity seems to be the best one to help all the others. I feel, I don't know. Like you said, when your body is in shape, your mind is better, your emotions are better, you know, all those other parts of our health. Now, we want to remind everyone, you know, Faye's been with us for a while during our COVID quarantine episodes, and we've did a whole playlist of some exercises that Faye has done with us. So don't forget to check those out on our website. Visit aec.org. They're right on the homepage, Fitness with Faye. And we're going to do some exercise, another exercise that will be part of that playlist. And what will we be doing this time? What can our viewers expect?
I'm going to give you a cardio workout today. And viewers, for my next segment, I want you to get prepared, and I'm going to go over some exercises with the band. We made a video a couple months ago with the bands, but I have some more fun exercises for you to do with the bands for the fall. Okay, so I want you to get your bands, and you can purchase the bands. They're all over Walmart, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. Okay, so get the exercise bands so you'll be ready for our next segment. Okay, but for today you don't do anything, just put your sneakers on and put on some comfortable clothes and join me for the workout.
All right, and remember everyone, you can find that workout after this episode ends right on our website. Visit aec.org and you'll see Fitness with Faye, and you can do that workout. Not just that one, go back and look at the others. Get your whole exercise regimen right there from our website. And we thank you, Faye, for always not just giving us exercises, but making them enjoyable as you go along. You're always encouraging, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for giving us some tips to stay fit for fall so that we can better minister to others by being physically healthy ourselves. And everyone, don't forget to check out that video after we end this episode. All right, Faye.
You're very welcome.
Thanks again.
Okay. Take care, everyone. Stay active.
That's right. And we'll be right back after this short break. right, everyone, that wraps up tonight's episode. We're so glad that you tuned in. We'd like to thank all of our guests for joining and sharing with us. It's so great to hear about what our churches are doing for the community. And we're so excited about the program that's coming up on Saturday for our women. Be sure, ladies, to tune in, register, and invite your female friends from all over to tune into this special service on Saturday. And of course, we got to stay fit, everybody. We can't let that COVID weight just come in and stay on our bodies. So work out with Faye, Fitness with Faye. You can find those workout videos right on our homepage. Visit aec.org and you'll see Fitness with Faye. And before we go, you may have noticed that September is Suicide Awareness Month. And we want to do our part in making sure we provide resources for you. Our Relationship Ministries Director is doing an excellent job. We have a whole site dedicated to resources. Visit aec.org/suicide. You can go there and find resources for you or anyone that you think may be in need of these materials. You could save a life. Let's do our part. Of course, we have some other wonderful things coming up this weekend. You'll see all of that after we end this episode. Thanks for watching. Remember, every Thursday at 7 p.m., the more you watch, the more you know. We'll see you next time.